This will be a walk-around video of a 1995 BMW R100 GS Paris Dakar. The last year the airheads were made. This was a one-owner bike. It came from a private collection here in Arizona. It was a one-owner bike until the fall time when the owner passed away and his collection was sold. I was contacted about this bike and purchased it. It's 8,800 miles total. It's always been in a collection stored inside. It's in very good condition, if not excellent condition. I'll do a quick walk around, show the general condition of it, then we'll do more detailed. Once the bike was bought from the previous owner's estate, it's gone through a full level 2 service. It's had all the fluids changed, engine oil, transmission, final drive, timing set, valves set, the heads were torqued. All the fuel lines were replaced, carburetors were rebuilt. It also had a small weep at the main seal, so the main seal was replaced, along with, since we had to take out the transmission, we also had the neutral switch, which is a common area for leaks on the transmission, replaced also. Since we went through and did the service on it, it has about 75 miles on it, mostly for the photos that you see and for me to get it out and make sure that everything's running well before it gets to go to the new owner. It does have the full set of bags, full toolkit. It has the documentation and the pre-delivery paperwork. It also, which is very interesting on this bike, is I've had BMW motorcycles for well over 30 years now. It does have all the markings from the final inspection at the BMW factory. As most of you are aware of, the green dots on many of the components just to show that it was checked out before it left the factory. This bike also has the cylinder markings, which is pretty rare. I've only seen it one other time. Usually the cylinder markings are gone within the first 100 miles of a ride or so. We'll do a little bit more detail. You can see on the axle bolt, the wheel bolt, the green still has a green dot, and if I spin this just a little bit for you, still has the Akron sticker, but beautiful wheel, absolutely no damage, no corrosion, no rust anywhere on the bike. The collector area on these, which is notorious for being one of the first items to go out and corrode or rust, is in excellent condition. The seat is in excellent condition. There's green markings on the filler, or actually it's down just to the right of the plug, if you can see that. Also, it does have the blue dot up here, and I doubt you'll be able to read it from here, but it is in the photo files. It is a later transmission, which means that it's past the numbers where they were skipping the circlip. So this bike did come with the circlip from the factory, and that's a nice thing to have. In the last year and a half or so, I've probably done 20 transmissions. And out of those, I've seen some without the transmission clip, and it does kind of make a mess of the bearing race and the cup because it tends to spin the bearings. And usually it only spins it if it wasn't preloaded right. So a lot of people do not have the circlip on their bikes, anything from 1984 to 1994. It was kind of hit or miss whether they put the circlips in. But as I said, this one's all taken care of. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It is in the detail photos, but there's a B on the cylinder there. That's a mid-size cylinder piston. They came in 3 sides, A, B, or C. And those are usually gone within the first 100 miles or so. The paint was excellent throughout the bike. There is very, very small scrape on the sides or the center stand, which you can see, which is common just from being on the center stand for most of its life. It was in the collection, last registered before it went through the whole registration process again with us, was 2002. So it had been basically stored inside. Since then, the original owner, I guess, rode it a fair amount and then just added it to his collection with his other motorcycles. The front wheel also is in excellent condition. There's no rust, no corrosion, no dings or dents. Spin this for the decal for you. It does have the standard Akron decal. We also put brand new Hide Now Scout tires on it. I looked for quite a while for the Sahara 3s that would have come standard in 1995, and I could not find the front tubeless tire anymore. So these were the next closest thing out of Germany. It does have all original clamps on the forks. It also does have the original brace for the front fender, which is an important thing to have. I've been down through central Mexico without one on one of my other bikes. And if that brace is not there, you probably will crack your fender. There's an oil cooler mounted on the crash bars. Exhaust system, great condition. Underneath the bike, skid plate is really nice condition as everything else is. One of the areas on the bike, and the only area really that is of concern, is right here. You can see some yellowing on this top decal. That was caused by the motorcycle sitting next to a window inside the showroom. I ended up out of Europe ordering a whole new gravel kit, so you could replace that one decal if you so desired. I left it original, and next owner will be able to make that decision. Petcocks, no leaks, look brand new. New fuel line that we put in. All the original cables have their numbers on them still in an excellent condition. There's a green dot for the torquing of the cylinders. Hard to see, but there's a B on that cylinder. Mid-size cylinder piston set up on this bike. Carburetors, as I had said, all redone with the BMW parts. See if we can see the serial number here. Might be able to pick it up. Again, it's in the detail photos. No wear on the brake. The foot pads on both sides look brand new. A little bit of dirt on it from me doing the demo rides to give you guys an idea of what it looks like going down the road. And that's a different video. Other side of the collector. Shock. Again, the factory bags. They look new. Don't think they were used on the bike, just for show. And again, you'll see the green detail, which is pretty common to see on the bikes. The part that wears off is the cylinder heads that I had showed you before, the markings for the A, B, or C on the cylinder heads. So this bike has been gone through. It's a great riding bike. Rides as if it's new. The red bike in the background there is one that I bought in 1993. That's been my personal ride that I customized GS Paris Dakar. And even when I bought that new from Linder's Cycle Shop on the East Coast, it didn't look as clean as this bike does right now. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me either in the contacts or remarks so everybody else can see the remarks. And I'm more than free to do another videos for you if you like, or more detailed photos. There's the controls, everything works, brand new brake fluid also if I hadn't mentioned that. There is a little bit of scuffing inside where the previous owner stored the toolkit. So that would be an easy touch up if you so desired. And there is a little bit of scuffing when you take the seat off. You'll see them in the detail positions where the nose of the seat goes onto the tank, and that's pretty common. And you could touch that up also. It's a Marrakesh 222 is a number for the paint if you so desire to touch the inside up that you see in the detail photos. Again, very low mileage bike with 8,800 miles on it, heated grips. And if you have more questions about it, please feel free to give me a call, and I'll be able to contact you with a long phone conversation if it helps, or you can just text me and we can do it that way also.